Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Grocery Land. This is week 8 groceries of my $23 grocery budget challenge. The way that it worked is I started this challenge in January, and it was just myself, starting with very limited supplies. I allowed myself for free items that I preserved myself: salt, pepper, oregano, parsley, a multi-spice, and honey. Everything else needed to be purchased out of my budget, and each week I was limited to $23 cash. If I was resourceful and could use manufacturers' coupons, find fast fuel coupons, or any other way to maximize my buying power, fantastic. That's the goal. We want to be able to maximize our buying power so that we can get more for our money. That's just smart. So starting at week 1 with the minimal supplies, I bought the $23. I ate that entire week, and I ate very, very repetitively. I wanted to save as many supplies as I possibly could to carry forward into week 2 so that I could start having more variety, because then I'd have anything left over plus what I was able to buy with week 2's 23. And I've carried on in that way to now, week 8. So now I have a pretty substantial pantry, and normally my budget is $23, but last week I made a mistake. I was doing my calculations in the store. I was distracted because I found a really good deal that I wanted to get, and I was quickly trying to tabulate, did I have enough money? And I ended up making an error, forgetting something that I had previously purchased, and I was $2.10 over. So I let everybody know, and then I asked everyone to vote. And I really appreciate everybody who took the time to share your thoughts. And I will tell you, it was overwhelmingly mistake happens. Move on, just carry on. But I'm going to do the exact opposite of that. In real life, if this was my real life budget, I would have just carried on. But because I'm doing this as a challenge, and because previously, any time that I was under budget, I carried that underage over to the next week, and I was still allowed to spend it. I feel that it's only fair that I do the same thing with an overage, even one that has as substantial an impact on my weekly budget as $2.10. So that being said, this week my budget was $20.90. I do have some fast fuel coupons. I have not spent them yet. So I have not even spent the full $20.90. Check out what I was able to get. I'm actually pretty happy with the supplies that I purchased this week. I got some good deals, and I'm saving those fast fuel coupons perhaps for something later this week, or maybe I'll carry forward them into future weeks. Thanks for tuning in. I've been craving some grapefruit, and I saw these on the markdown cart, and they're also on sale, so that works out perfect. How can you go wrong with spinach for $1.97? And they have lots in stock. How exciting! Starting week 8 with a cash budget of $20.90, because I had an overage through an error that I made last week of $2.10. So my regular $23 minus $2.10 works out to $20.90. I have spent $20.47 cash so far this week. I was able to utilize a rain check to get an item for less. Even though it was on sale on the flyer this week, I was still able to get it for less than that. I shopped at 5 stores: Giant Tiger, Sobeys, Superstore, No Frills, and the Bulk Barn. Let's get started. So first off, before the sale was over last week, I picked up another package of Primo pasta on for 77 cents. Actually, the handsome one got that for me. And this week I couldn't resist the baby spinach, $1.97. So I do have some spinach left over from, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, but I love spinach. I find it very useful and healthy. I like to have it as salads. I like to have it in pasta and soups, and I always like to have it in smoothies. So to get a 5-ounce package, it's a big package, for $1.97. It's an awesome shape. That was a phenomenal buy. So at Giant Tiger, I spent $2.74. Shopped at Sobeys. In the flyer this week, they had Catelli Garden Select pasta sauce on for $1.27, and I bought two for a grand total of $2.54. All-purpose flour, the no-name brand, 2.5 kgs. You can see down there, 2.5 kgs. Was on in the flyer this week for $2.99. But with the reduction of my budget this week, money is extremely tight. Even that $2.10 makes quite a huge difference in my budget. I did use the rain check that I had from a couple months back that was for $2.44. Now I don't have any more rain checks for $2.44. Perhaps I'll be lucky and they'll sell out at the $2.99 rate, and I'll be able to get a rain check before the sale ends, and I can kind of tuck that away for future use. I was debating between using my $2.99 rain check for 2.5 kgs or my $7.99 rain check for 10. I just didn't have the flexibility in my budget this week to allocate $7.99 out of the $20.90. Perhaps if it was further into the challenge, or perhaps if I wasn't feeding somebody else, I might have made that decision. But this is what I did this week. So $2.44 for the flour. Superstore also has chicken drumsticks and chicken thighs on this week for $1.99 a pound. You can see that I got this package for $4.85. That brings my grand total at Superstore to $7.29. I also purchased at No Frills. We had to pick something up this week. It took us pretty close to a No Frills, and because I don't have one in my local area, we made it happen that I was able to go there. In the flyer this week, they had diced tomatoes on for 99 cents. They also had beans on sale for 99 cents, but they had none left. I didn't bother getting a rain check because I'm very rarely in a location where there is a No Frills. I'm kind of regretting that at this point because I actually am going to the city in a couple weeks for some training, so for work. So there's a possibility that I could be in No Frills then. I regret not getting the rain check. They told me I could get one and I didn't get it. So 99 cents for the diced tomatoes. They had grapefruits on sale for $4.99 for a package. And then they had this one pack that was 50% off. There are 5 very large grapefruits in there. So I'm excited about that. I got them for $2.49. Here's my big splurge this week. They had grapes on sale for $2.49 a pound. In the grand scheme of grapes, this isn't a huge package, but I haven't had grapes. We're on week 8, so I haven't had grapes in at least 8 weeks, and I wanted some. So I spent the $3.05 to get these grapes. It was, trying to see how many pounds, 0.565 pounds, and it worked out to $3.05. They also had tomatoes. It wasn't a great sale, but they were on sale, and this one Roma tomato cost me $1.01. My grand total at No Frills was $7.54. So because I couldn't get the beans at No Frills, I decided to get some black beans at the bulk barn, and they cost me 36 cents. So that means that I have approximately 40 cents left in my budget. I also, because we were out of our regular area, we spent a little more gas, or used a little more gas than regular this week. So I actually got gas 2 times this week, and I have those 2 fast fuel coupons. I'm saving them. You can use the fast fuel coupons at either Sobeys or Foodland, and I have I'm from memory, about $3.60 worth of fast fuel coupons, but I am saving those. I do have something in mind that I would like to get, but I'm unsure if I'm going to get it this week, so I'm just kind of holding on to those right now. So really happy, was able to get flour, spinach, chicken. So we've had a whole chicken on the plan. That was back in week 2, but this is my first chicken purchase since then. Combined with all of the items that I have in my pantry, I'm looking forward to the meals this week. I also wanted to share some of the rain checks that I have. These are not all of my rain checks, but some of them. I have things like pasta sauce, $1, pasta sauce, 99 cents, pork chops, 5, $4.05 a kg, cheese, $3.99 a package, butter, $4.49 a package, chicken thighs, $4.39 a kg, potatoes, $2.99, tuna, 99 cents. Very exciting. I thought that I used my last 2.5 kg flour rain check, and I have another one. And also have the $7.99 for 10 kgs. So rain checks really help me. This is my first one that I received that is dated down here in the bottom corner. So my other ones are prior to them dating the rain checks, but apparently they're now going to be good for 4 weeks. So that gives me a little while. That's for the peppers that I had wanted a couple weeks ago. Anyways, rain checks are a huge benefit to you, and you should check whatever stores are local to you and find out what the rain check policy is. Every store seems to be a bit different. I do know that there are some things that are excluded from rain checks at my local stores. So like door crasher prices, items that they don't regularly carry that were in just as a flyer deal. I know that there's some exclusions, so it's best just to know the policies of your local stores, but these can be a huge benefit to you when you're on a tight budget. So I spent $20.47 because there's no pennies in Canada. That rounds down to 45. I have 25, 35, 45 cents left in my actual cash budget, so 45 cents. Plus, I have 2 fast fuel coupons, $1.07 and $2.60. That's totals $3.67. So I have this available to me that I can spend this week if I choose to, or carry forward to future weeks. I did pretty good with my groceries this week. I'm pretty happy with that. You can see that from some of the supplies that I bought, that I have some ideas about what I would like to make, some future meals. You could see some diced tomatoes, some black beans. So you guys all know what supplies I already have that might go really well with that, but I still need a few things. So I don't know if I'm going to make that this week or if that will carry forward to another week, but now I have those in my pantry. So something that I didn't mention earlier, the challenge started with just me, and I'm not the only person in my household. A couple weeks ago, I transitioned into serving my meals to the other person in the house, the handsome one. So I haven't changed the budget. It's still $23. He is not on the challenge, so he is not limited to the same supplies that I am. I'm simply sharing my meals with him because it's just easier for us to do that. So I'm not sure how my supplies will continue to last. I will tell you, it had a huge impact in how I was thinking about the meals that I was going to make and what meals would be better for multiple people, how to stretch my supplies a bit further. Anyways, thanks for tuning in this week. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would do so. It would help me. Thanks, everyone.